Almaz is our guide today. She suspects she's pregnant and must navigate a path fraught with systemic pitfalls. Almaz has spoken to the women in her village and has been advised to make the long walk. Almaz must leave her hut very early in the morning and walk no less than 4 hours in the sweltering heat under the blazing sun to reach her nearest Wareda rural clinic.
Almaz,
The health extension worker tells Almaz,
Almaz, you must come back to the clinic with a birth document.
I don't have a document.
Speak to your village elder, one who may have attended your birth.
Almaz, exhausted, has accomplished nothing. She walks the 4 hours back to her village. Almaz approaches the elder and inquires about the document about her own birth. Almaz now has to return to the clinic with the document. After sitting in the waiting room for a while, an HEW takes the document from Almaz and retreats behind the counter. The worker returns and tells Almaz,
You must return with the elder's signature. I understand. Keep the papers safe. I will walk all the way home.
By the time her pregnancy is confirmed, Almaz has walked 32 hours and her pregnancy is halfway through. Almaz needs a bridge. Ethiopia issued several pleas for EOIs, and we have answered. Our team has read their EOI and created an elegant solution with guidance from the UNDP African Digital Transformation Solutions Forum. Let's see what happens if Almaz makes that first long walk today.
Congratulations on your pregnancy. We will take care of everything you need today.
And with that, one click, Almaz begins a different kind of journey. The HEW asks Almaz for an e-signature. Almaz uses her finger to sign her name. Now the health extension worker can enter all of the patient data and identity documentation, and with a click, it's sent to query the FADA registry via the Wareda facility server. The FADA registry responds, "No ID found for Almaz." The HEW knew that, but it is part of the process. Since there was no FADA ID found, the HEW captures the necessary data, and with a click, the biometric enrollment for Almaz's FADA ID is in progress. The next screen on the HEW tablet captures Almaz's fingerprints and a photograph of her face. Once the biometric capture and ID photo are complete, the HEW submits and the new FADA ID for Almaz is ready. With a click, the HEW is now ready to issue the subsidy hardware to Almaz.
Okay, Almaz, tap here to open the app. Now gently swipe across the screen to find the payment section.
Oh, I see it now. That is simple.
Almaz can begin the digital onboarding process with the HEW. The HEW shows Almaz what she needs to know in order to operate her phone, access her wallet and payments, as well as appointments and patient education. Almaz uses her fingertip to sign, verifying that she has received the hardware and the onboarding education. Now Almaz has everything she needs and can take care of herself during the next months while her baby grows. When it's time, Almaz returns to the clinic.
Welcome to the delivery room, Almaz. Oh, thank you. It's beautiful. Please, make yourself comfortable.
Shortly after Almaz has her baby, the HEW logs all the birth details into the HEW tablet. Almaz receives a notification asking for her consent for the HEW to submit the birth details to the registries. Almaz confirms and signs. The next notification Almaz receives is congratulating her on her new baby and notifying her of the birth certificate registration, infant FIDA ID enrollment, and the start of the infant subsidy. Her mobile dashboard is now a family dashboard. The infant ID and subsidy are enmeshed with Almaz's ID and subsidy. Now Almaz and her baby are all set for a fresh start together in the world. Let's quickly recap while looking at the schema. Almaz suspects pregnancy, goes to the clinic. Clinic confirms Almaz's pregnancy. The HEW enters the patient details and diagnosis into the clinic tablet.
Almaz provides an e-signature on the HEW tablet. Once the e-signature is entered, data packets are sent to query for patient ID in the facility server. The facility server at the same time sends a data packet to the FIDA registry to query for an identification confirmation. Once it is finished processing, it sends the result back to the facility system. Facility system received. The HEW can look at her tablet now and see if the FIDA ID is confirmed. In this case, no, there is no ID found. Almaz doesn't have a FIDA ID. The HEW collects the data and biometrics for an on-site FIDA ID enrollment. She clicks Submit. The facility sends a packet to the FIDA registry. FIDA receives, checks for deduplication. If it's deemed unique, in this case it is, an identity token is generated. FIDA sends the token packet to the facility server. The HEW sees new FIDA ID info on tablet. Upon FIDA enrollment, the system recognizes pregnancy confirmation plus FIDA ID equals subsidy. The subsidy is triggered. The HEW sees active subsidy and clicks to assign SIM and hardware to FIDA ID. The HEW can now issue the hardware to Almaz. Almaz is given a solar charger, a cell phone, and a SIM card. The HEW takes her time and provides onboarding for Almaz. Almaz has never seen a mobile phone before. At the end of the onboarding process, Almaz provides an e-signature verifying onboarding and hardware receipt. This triggers a wallet and payments. An SMS is sent to Almaz's new mobile. During the months between this point and the birth, Almaz may handle all of her business from home. She is notified for appointments, given patient education about her body, her new baby, and her health. She is notified about her subsidy deposits. Almaz goes to the clinic for the birth of her baby. She settles in. Her baby is born. The HEW gets consent from Almaz to submit to the registries with one click. The FIDA Lifecycle ID begins. The CRVS birth registration is certified, triggering the infant subsidy. The infant's wallet and payments are automatically enmeshed with Almaz's because of the FIDA ID. This entire process is captured, and the data is cleaned and anonymized. The government licenses the generated PII-free corpora to fund implementation and ongoing subsidy. The end.